All right, in other news, the Israeli Health Minister Nitzan Horowitz finally announcing that same-sex couples will be able to have children through a surrogate in Israel starting next week. But the decision coming a whole year after the relevant Israeli Supreme Court decision, which annulled parts of a surrogacy law preventing LGBTQ couples from the program. At any rate, here to tell us all about this new victory for liberal values, Shai Bramson, chair of Havruta, an Israeli nonprofit organization that promotes tolerance and understanding of LGBTQ people, particularly in the Jewish Orthodox community. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, until now, surrogacy, like marriage in Israel, had to be performed abroad if it wasn't performed under the rabbinate. And this made it, of course, more time-consuming, more expensive, more emotionally exhausting. How are you feeling with this new announcement, then?
So first, thank you for having me here. I think that the most important thing is now that the option is equal both to straight people and to gay people, and now we can have these processes not abroad, not with many payments that God knows how we can get them, like taking a vacation for several months, and you don't know when you're going to come back, especially now with COVID stuff and regulation and restrictions worldwide. And now we can have it here at home in Israel, and this, of course, expands vastly our ability to have kids, basically.
So what took so long, though, to enforce this high court ruling? Because again, it took, of course, years with the courts just to get to that ruling last year, and now a whole another year for that to take effect. Can you describe that process and maybe some of the reasons why?
So there was an appeal to the Supreme Court more than a decade ago. And meanwhile, we are the organization also started the campaign and talked with government officials and also with legislators. So we had a multi-person and multi-authorities effort in order to make this happen. And it took time because we had to have the exact political circumstances. And I must say that the fact that the Minister of Health himself is a gay was one of the triggers that enabled us to have this decision. And happily we got it at the end.
How many people, if you know, how many people will this new policy serve in Israel? How many people are on waiting lists for surrogates or already engaged in finding a surrogate abroad?
So I can speak in the name of our community in Havruta, the religious organization, that raising a family is a very important thing and also a mitzvah for us. That many of the members of the Havruta that are not part of the maybe the mainstream gay community in Israel, that live in Jerusalem or in Judea and Samaria, and they don't have so much money to take these processes abroad. Now we'll have the option to do it. We're talking about dozens of couples. I think that we'll see a rise in the babies, in a baby boom, if you want, that we'll see in our community because of this decision.
All right, and so I guess that brings me to my final question. Are there enough surrogates to keep up with a rise in demand? Because I know that is a concern, that just among the surrogates in Israel, there won't be enough, to maintain the gay community as well as everyone else.
Yeah, so basically no, but even being in a waiting list and having a hope that in several years you will have the option to raise kids is enough for us. And also, I think that once that the processes will begin here, more surrogate mothers, more potential mothers will know about this and be aware of their ability to be a surrogate mothers. And there will be more, of course, candidates for that.
All right, Shai, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
ILTV Plus, your news from Israel and more 24/7. Start your free trial today. Subscribe at iltv.tv and watch from any device.